How's it going, everyone? Today the subject on my mind will be retail, and that's because I spent most of my time as an adult when I have a job in retail. And with that being said, there's few things that have always made me laugh and question retail. Don't get me wrong, I love retail. I really do. It's so much fun. I mean, you meet some really cool people, and you get to make some cool friends and whatnot. But there are times where like the customer will just make you absolutely pissed off. And not only that, but they ask some of the dumbest questions ever. I mean, you feel like they've never walked into a department store or walked into anywhere before, like just a regular retail store, and like act like a decent human being. Most of the time, they're just complete assholes. But I mean that's some of the things that you have to take on with the job. But it is what it is. I mean, what I like about retail is that it keeps me busy, it keeps me moving. You don't well, I mean, depending on what your position is in a retail position or a retail job in general, it really depends on your position. But I mean, the one I usually do, I'm constantly moving, and I love it. I mean, I don't like sitting still for too long, and I hate being idle. That's why I never liked register. I can't do registers. I get so bored so fast. I mean, everyone has their own things with it. I mean, retail is either really fun or really shitty. I mean, depending on your job at said retail store. But the things that bug me, though, this is where I just go on a long tangent, so I do apologize. The things that bug me are people who go in and complain about the smallest things. How come you're out of stock? Do you have it in the back? You answer, no, we don't know why we're out. We're just out. Is it in the back? No, I can check for you right here. Why don't you to go back there and check? I'm telling you right now, we don't have it back there. Well, I want you to, or I'm going to complain. So you go do all that, and then once you check and you come back and go, yeah, look it, surprisingly, we're out of it, as I've told you. And they just kind of go, well, guess I'll go to another store. You guys are the only reason why I came here, because I know you guys have it. Sorry. Tough shit. There's sometimes you just wish you can say what's on your mind, but you can't. Another thing that pisses me off is when they always go into your store and complain about the price, and it's like, okay, this is a little expensive, I don't like the price of this. And it's like, okay, that's fine, I can understand to a degree why you don't want to pay that much for it. But they go, you know this other competitor store has it more, or this one has a cheaper price by like 40 cents. It's like, if you're really gonna complain about like 40 cents, then fucking go there. We don't care. I don't care. It's no skin off my back if you go all the way to another store for like one item. Even if you go to another store for whatever you want, I don't care. My job is just to do my job. I don't have to care about sales. That's assistant managers or store managers position that they need to worry about that. I don't have to give two shits about it. I just go in, do my job, best of my abilities. That's all I have to worry about. Telling me you're going to go to another store doesn't bug me one bit. Either way, you have fun with it. Another thing that bugs me is the fact that they constantly will do the, when's your next truck? And if you're new and you don't really know the schedule, they give you such a hard time. But I don't mind telling them, oh, our truck's coming on this day, that day, so on and so forth. That's fine. I mean, go ahead. Let them know the truck days. That way, it's a repeat customer and they're going to come back. But the problem with it is when the truck comes and they're like, well, you told me it was going to be here. I was like, no, I just was letting you know this is our next truck. We may have it on there. It's not a guarantee. Sometimes we can see, oh, yeah, it's in shipment on the way here to this store on this day. Other times we can't. Sorry, I'm just doing what I can for you. And I'm only trying to just give you the information you're asking for. I mean, what else do you expect of me? I don't know what else to do. Another thing, sorry, I hadn't shown my nose. Another thing that always cracks me up is the fact that, I understand. Promote sales, it's good for the store. I know it's like, good on your character. It's also just showing that you're a good worker, obviously by doing your job. But the thing that always cracks me up is when like your uppity ups in corporate are like, you have to sell this, you have to promote this, you have to try and get X many of these cards or whatever. And it's like, I understand it's part of the job. I understand that it's part of the corporation. What I don't understand is why everyone makes a big fucking deal over it. Like, oh my god, you sold this for like, and like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say right there, but what's like, when you sell X amount of this card or X amount of this promotion, or it's like, a credit card or debit or whatever, because I mean, there's plenty of stores around everywhere that does that, and I know that for sure. And yet everyone makes such a big deal. It's like, oh my god, yeah, woo. And then it's a team effort and so on and so forth, which I can understand. It's a team effort. But when it comes to an individual, they still blame the whole team. You need to start holding those individuals accountable too. But I mean, I don't understand how they go like on a big craze over, oh, this person got this person or this customer a fucking debit card. Woo, let's celebrate for like 4 seconds and make you feel like you're a great thing, and then go back to treating you like shit or just ignoring you. You know, I mean, I understand there's good days and I understand there's bad days, because not everyone wants to be hand-fed this information. They just want to buy their shit and get out, which most of the time that's me too. I just want to walk in, grab what I came for, and walk out. I don't want to really be hassled with anything else. But to a degree, I mean, in the long run, yeah, it is better to get those. It does help you in the long end, but if you already have one, instantly just say, I already have one. Like, don't sit there and be like, okay, yeah, now I already have one. You've already told me all this information, but I already had it. You could just, not make them waste their breath, and then, because they have to do that, like, almost to everybody that walks through their line. I mean, it's constantly like, the person behind you, person behind them, so on and so forth. They have to ask these people the same fucking questions all the time. And when they ask them the same questions all the time, they kind of get tired, or the people in line just get tired of hearing it. Like, sometimes they just kind of walk up to the register and it's like, it's like, hi, how are you? I don't care for that. Don't even ask me. And then it's just kind of off-putting. You're like, oh, sorry, didn't mean to be that person. Another thing is, one thing that always cracks me up about it all in general too is the fact that when it comes to an individual messing up or holding everyone behind, the team is always blamed. They will always blame it as a whole, because you're a team, you must stick together, everyone's held accountable, blah, 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 blah. And with that being said, you need to start holding those accountable. I mean, my job isn't like insanely hard, but it gets tiring at times. You constantly have to move here, you go over that area, so on and so forth. But the ones that always crack me up are when it's like just regularly stocking or regularly doing just the bare minimum of stuff that you can in the store, and they complain that it's too hard. It's like, are you kidding me? All you're doing is restocking the shelves. All you're doing is picking up garbage. All you're doing is this. I understand it's repetitive and like very tedious and annoying. I can understand that, but I don't understand the fact of saying it's super hard, or saying that like, oh my god, after I'm off of work after this like 2.5 4-hour shift, that it's gonna be I'm dead tired, I don't want to do shit other than relax. It's like, I don't understand that. I mean, I understand if you're like busting your ass off and doing it and like you're sweating, that you're moving so fast and working pretty hard just to get through everything, yeah, that's a little bit different. But if it's just one of those like you're kind of like woo, that's tiring. There's something wrong with that. There really is. And I don't understand how people can complain that that's too hard. I mean, even if you have a bad back, bad knees, bad arms, I can understand that. Like if you're really, really like bodily functionally hard, arthritis or whatever, whatever that situation is, I can understand that. But I can't understand it as just a regular job, that you cannot do that. But I mean, that's just my opinion on it. And I mean, I love how no matter how many times you do the right thing, like to corporate or to your assistant managers or to so on and so forth, up to ups, blah 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 blah, you can never ever like really ask for a raise, or you can't really even function to say, hey, I want to ask for this, because no matter what you do, it's always one of those, you haven't proven yourself. And then when you do prove yourself, they're just kind of like, oh, that's kind of ridiculous, you can't ask that. And it's like, you see the level of work I put in, day out. How can I not at least ask? I can talk. At least ask for, a quarter, 50 cents, maybe a little bit more, so on and so forth. And it's one of those, I understand that the whole minimum wage bullshit, blah, 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 is really stressing for a lot of people and whatnot. But I mean, you really have to prove that you know these skills in order to, ask for that. So if you're like really, really good at your job, even encountering problems and trying to handle it yourself, I mean, you really, really have to prove that inside, outside of everything. You need to make sure you can handle whatever problem comes at you. I mean, there are times that, I still run into problems with what I do, and I feel very comfortable doing what I do, and I still need help. I mean, I like to make sure I'm doing it right before I fuck it up, because I always have a feeling that I'm going to just make it just go everywhere, But I mean, it is what it is, and it's one of those, you just gotta make sure you're doing it to the best of your abilities without supervision, because the moment you really, really depend on supervision is where it goes wrong. I feel like you guys, those who do work in the retail world, know what I'm talking about and understand what it is, but it's still a hassle. And I mean, retail is not the best paying job. It's not the best job in the world, but it is fun. I mean, I have fun with it. That's all I can really ask for. It pays the bills, gets everything done that I need to. But I mean, I just hope that, nobody treats them like shit, because I mean, that's one thing I hate about being in retail too, is when the customers are like absolutely rude for no reason. I mean, you can easily just be like, no thank you, or don't bother me, like very nice, or like a very smooth way, just kind of like, I want to be left alone, I don't want to be bugged, I just want to do my shopping and get out. You can let them know that. That's easy, no problem. You don't have to just be like, fuck off. Like, there have been times where I've just like asked some people and they've just constantly flat out just, fuck off. Okay, another thing I hate, I totally forgot about this one. Oh my god. Okay, one of the things I hate are people. I don't mind coupon hunters, and I don't mind people who like try and use their coupons to do everything. I don't mind that. What I do mind though is like when it's a small tweak, like back to the pricing, where it's like, this company has it for like 20 cents cheaper, 30 cents cheaper. I don't really care for that penny pinching. I mean, there are times I'm like, yeah, I could totally go for the cheaper one, but at the same time, it's like, if I'm here, fuck it, might as well get everything while I can, right? But other people I know, well, not know personally, but other people I've had to deal with, they've done that. They've done the whole, I'm going to go to this store now. I mean, they don't have this product that I'm looking for, but I know they have the one I'm absolutely looking for. So I'm going to leave your store, probably come back and buy that some other time, but I'm going to go to that store right now and go buy those. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Fucking shit. And then the reason why this got me all like wired up with the coupons is because I had someone, one of my old positions before I left that job was I was in the meat department, and I was one of the managers, and I had to just change all the labels recently, and like our scale wasn't working, so I couldn't change the prices of the ones that were by the pound. So it's like, $1.17 for, per pound. I can understand that, and then like I had to change it, and it was now like, I want to say a little bit cheaper, a little bit more expensive. Something was different. And I had a customer who came in, and they were arguing with the customer service people for like 45 minutes. Then they proceeded to come grab me and be like, I need you to explain this for this person, blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, not a problem. Went over there, started telling them, we just changed the labels, our scale's not working, and blah, 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 blah. And he goes, well, it says right here that this one is like 20 cents cheaper per pound than buying it in this pack. And I was like, yes, you're right, but our scale is broken. I can't do anything about it. Well, I need you to just like, reimburse me or do something, because that's outrageous. That is 20 cents I could be saving per pound. So let's say this is 5 pounds, that's $1 I could have saved. And I was like, sir, I understand that, but I can't do anything about that. Our scale is broken. I can't do anything back here. That'd be up to an assistant manager. Get me your assistant manager. And he just went off on this long tangent. He was arguing with us, and I'm just trying to tell him the information. I went over there and grabbed all the labels. I went over there and grabbed all this and that. And I was trying to talk to him normally. He is getting super pissed. Got my assistant manager over here. Assistant manager's getting pissed off like badly. But I mean, we're sitting there trying to explain all the situation to him and this and that. They finally figured it out after an hour and a half, what needs to be done, after he just wouldn't stop, bitching and moaning. We finally figured out, just, okay, we're going to calculate it as best we can, blah, 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 so on and so forth. And we reimbursed him. We reimbursed him for $1.25, and almost like 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours of arguing with everybody for $1.25. That is what pissed me off. I fucking lost my shit for a while. I was just like, are you kidding me? As soon as he left, everyone in the back of the line and the customer service was just like, are you fucking kidding me? He did all this for $1.25. If that was the case, I would give him $5 to get him the fuck out of here. And it's like, I understand making a point and making sure you hold the company reliable for all this stuff, but that's excessive. That is stupid. Why would you waste that much time for a fucking $1.25? That I don't understand that. I've never understood that. But at any rate, I think that's enough for today. I hope anybody who watches this and who's in retail like understands that process and knows where I'm coming from, because it's really fucking annoying. And remember, guys, if whoever watches this, don't be an asshole to retails. I understand there's some people that just have that like fuck you face. Just be nice. That's all you can really do. At any rate, I'll catch you guys in another one. Bye-bye.